In this video I'm going to show you why Deliver Us the Moon Fortuna is the best game if you're a big fan of new space, if you're a fan of SpaceX, Elon Musk and all of this new space stuff going on. So welcome to my channel. My name is Mr. Orange. This is Streaming Deluxe, my friend. So the game is called Deliver Us the Moon. And then double point Fortuna. I don't understand the double points. What's going on with this? But it's developed by Kyokan Interactive. Release date was the 28th of September in 2018. And yeah, you're a lone astronaut and you're sent to the moon on a critical mission to save humanity from extinction. So I'm a little bit more far in the game here, so maybe let's talk about some issue of this game beforehand. And I personally I haven't reached this point yet, but people say the game is not complete. People say it has around 6-7 hours of gameplay and then the game stops and it will be to be continued. So that's of course something we normally don't like so much. We like full games, we like finished games, but I would just put this aside now. So a little disclaimer, I got this game for free for review purposes, but this is not changing my opinion whatsoever. So my friends, this is an adventure indie action space science fiction game. And all of this describes the game actually very well. I would say I really like the graphics. I love the setting. I really love the setting and the story behind it. So it's the World Space Agency you're working for. And this is the best perfect game if you're in this new space hype, if you like all these if you watch all these Netflix series and movies about space travel, about interplanetary species, about living on other planets and populating Mars, or you even play also those other games, because this game actually really is doing well on this. As I said, the graphics are very nice. The gameplay is simple in a certain sense for an adventure game. I wouldn't say I had any problems with the riddles. So here, for example, you just have to shoot with your gun. You have to shoot on those plastic points, and then they break down, and then the door opens. So that's actually really nice. And then it's typically you're flying around in the ship, and sometimes if you walk, then the game goes into a third-person perspective, and that's actually a really nice mix. But I prefer the first-person perspective very much, because it's just more real. It just goes more close to the game. So it's not a VR game, so that's maybe also needs to be said before I continue. But it could be actually a really good VR game. But on the other hand, then yeah, with the third-person perspective, this should have been done in a first-person perspective, and you could get a little bit sick. So what is Deliver Us the Moon? Has mostly positive reviews on Steam, and which is really great. At the moment it's around around 20 euros. It receives patches regularly. So the last patch I think was from the 9th of November, and then also another patch on the 5th of October. So that's really nice. So what are the developers writing about the game? They write, continue your journey in new free DLC. Okay, I don't understand this. And then they write, Deliver Us the Moon is set in the near future when Earth's natural resources are depleted. In an effort to solve the energy crisis, global powers created the World Space Agency and secured a promising new source of energy on the moon. The World Space Agency colonized and operated from the moon until one fateful night all communications with Earth ceased and the energy source was lost. Now, years later, you assume the role of Earth's last astronaut to go on a do-or-die mission to investigate what happened and save humanity. During this adventure, your only companion is a small robot named AZ. Together you will traverse the moon, explore abandoned facilities, gather clues, and ultimately uncover the secrets and hidden agendas that are at play. Only by relying on your wits, you will have a chance at successful delivering the moon. So yeah, that actually describes it very well. So you also check out the store page on Steam. You get much more information, and I also uploaded a 25-minute introduction into the game with a lot of gameplay footage. So I also recommend you to check this out. It's actually really nice. So, and there you're going to see if you're going to like this game. So I think this footage is more or less sufficient for deciding if you like the game. And you can even play on the moon itself, so float around in space and glide across the lunar landscape, experience weightless freedom and traverse the moon by foot, rover and monorail. So this game really gets you on the moon, and I like the journey. So the journey, how you start from Earth, flying to the moon, then you're in the space station, and then you go down with a huge lift. You go down to the moon itself, and then at the moon you can drive around with a rover. But I'm not yet there, so I also don't know if this is part of this game yet. But it's going to be cool when I go there, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So yeah, the reviews on Steam. It's a bit a mixed bag. So if we read, for example, now the review of the first person I see there, the guy is called Chief. Then I read that he writes, so yeah, I gave this a negative. Don't take that to mean it's a bad game. Take it to mean don't buy it yet. The game is missing its ending to be added as free DLC. The game itself is fantastic, environmental puzzles at its core by really nailing immersion and storytelling too. But like I say, no ending, spoiling both of those latter points. When I say no ending, I don't mean not the ending I expected. I mean that you are literally on your way to the ending. And there's no ending, but the game ends on the cliffhanger before this. So I genuinely expected there to be exactly one more mission in the game, which is why its absence was such a shock. So that's more or less resumes very well what the other reviewers are writing on Steam. So they're all very angry that there is no ending. But I would say the elephant out of the room, we know it now, and so up to the ending, on the way to the ending, and waiting for the DLC that really ends the game, knowing this is actually a good thing, then you're not expecting it. So then you can really enjoy the path to the ending, enjoy the way of the game. So that's mostly more important. I don't understand. Ending is not the most important thing in the game. You should just enjoy the journey. A good game is like this. And this game has definitely the quality for it, because it has a nice story. Yeah, the storytelling is nice, the atmosphere is great, and it really gives you with the World Space Agency and all the little details you can find, you really have the impression that you're like on a nice spaceship, and you can imagine that the future is really going to look like this, that we have this huge lift to the moon, that we, for example, from the Earth, we just have to fly to this huge antenna in the sky or in the universe, and then we go to the space station, and then we take the lift down to the moon. So and we create energy there, we get resources there, like space resources, interstellar mining and asteroid mining, all of this stuff. So very cool things going on. And I have to say, the developers, it's so great that they have made a game for all the fans of the new space and the resurrection of everything. The NASA was not actually developing in the recent last year. So very nice, my friends, very nice. So another review, for example, says Michael Pilaczynski writes, I must admit, I fell in love with this game. Music is very immersive and the story is great. Definitely recommend it to my friends. Can't wait for more. Yeah, that's a nice review, I would say. And then Lucifer writes, as a quick view, Deliver Us to the Moon is set in the near future. So pros, interesting space atmosphere, dynamic puzzles, different ways to explore and play. And as a negative, he sees the game is way too short as of now. So he says 4 to 5 hours finish it. So always depends how good you are in the riddles and the puzzles, and how much time you give yourself to play a game, I would say, to enjoy the scenery and everything. So that's always some sort of question in this regard. So server writes, I like this game, it delivers emotion, however there are some things I did not like. I prepared the rocket for launch myself. This is a super unrealistic. I did not meet a single person. The stars do not reflect the real sky. It is well made, but it is not the real sky. Oxygen use has no logic. I understand that it makes the game more interesting, but it makes no sense. And too linear and easy. Puzzles are super easy. And then he writes, way too short, no real ending, completed in 4.3 hours while spending a lot of time just driving around with the rover. Okay guys, yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. I can recommend this game. Maybe you go check it out on the sale. I had fun, so check it out and have a great day.